All right, home buyers waiting for home prices to drop, you can be very disappointed.
Dun dun dun.
Home prices plummeted during the recession, and some buyers are waiting for it to happen again. But investors who dream of easy money, they're not really driving up the current market. What's up, real estate rock stars? This is Mike the Realtor, and welcome to the brand new series, Rockstar News.
Don't forget Chris, the other realtor.
There you go. If this is your first time watching, make sure you subscribe and like our page so that you can and follow our other videos as well. Check out our videos, our earlier videos. Also, this series is in conjunction with our monthly newsletter, which you're going to want to subscribe to by hitting the button below or clicking on the link in the description. Because if you're thinking about buying or selling a home, it may be the largest financial transaction of your life, and the last thing you want to do is get caught with your pants down.
Definitely don't want to get caught with your pants down. That's like literally walking out of the bathroom at a public restaurant. Just without the pants. That was horrible. Cut that out.
I'm not.
Shit.
So by subscribing to the monthly newsletter, you also get a full education on the home buying process as well as selling. And if you own a home already, no worries, we got you guys covered. And if you're a fan of free money like us, you also get a chance to win up to $600 every single month by signing up for our monthly gift card sweepstakes. And just by signing up today, you'll automatically be entered to a chance to win an Amazon gift card worth up to 10
smackers. You get 10 smackers.
It's a little slow. Home buyers sitting on the sideline waiting for home prices to backslide might be waiting a little longer than expected. Although the high prices of housing in many parts of the country seem to signal a possible bubble, the usual signs like oversupply, an uptick in investors, and loose credit standards are not there.
Yeah, it's not going to back down. Nowhere near like 2008. If anything, it's literally just going to be like a blip on the radar, like a rock skipping on the water.
Yeah, I think we're going to see.
Come right down and go right back up.
I think we're going to probably see a little bit of slowing down, but that's about it.
Yeah, more homes are going to come on the market. Like, there's already an increase of homes coming on or staying longer. And I think that's also in a sense to where, sellers are trying to bite more or try to get more than what their homes are truly valued at. So that's helping prices drop a little bit, as well as that, the prices are just right now just too high.
So strong demand for housing coupled with a supply of shortages is spurring home price growth rather than speculative buying. Speculative.
Word of the day, y'all.
Speculative. A speculative buyer purchased a home with the intentions of selling it for a profit, which played a role in the housing crisis along with cheap credit from the feds.
The feds. Yeah, is that like an ominous word? You have to say it like that.
Feds. They're like playing fast and loose with the entire country's currency there.
Literally.
Good guy. This is a good thing for many people who are worried that the home values are going to take a nosedive. Today's housing demand is primarily coming from people who plan on living in the home and not real estate investors.
Because you think about it, from the crash, it's like early 2008. Like, we're 10 years. Usually, 10-year cycle. Kids move out of the nest, downsize.
7-10 years.
Yeah. So it's predominantly we're seeing nothing but like families move more than investors.
All right, the investment piece of the index is shrinking quite dramatically. It explains why house price growth has slowed. It stands in contrast with a housing boom where investors were driving up home appreciations. You can see the same thing when you look out west, that the investment piece has declined as well. And it's actually slightly negative, which is actually detracting from the housing prices.
Like, what's like the housing market over out west, like California? Isn't it like insane compared to Florida?
So there was a story where this shed was going for like $300,000.
That's insane.
Yeah, but here's the thing: like, you're buying the land. Like, the house is just an improvement to the land. So yeah, it makes sense. Because they can tear that shit down. You literally pay like 10-year-olds, $10 each. And then just give them sledgehammers and like tear that down, and you're done for the day. And you can build a whole, mansion on that property.
And that's still just insane because from an investor standpoint, like, no one's willing or probably has that kind of capital.
Oh, they have capital out there, dude. Okay, so I was watching HGTV or something like this.
And great source.
Yeah, exactly. But it was one of the flippy ones, and they bought like a house that like here in Florida would probably be like 180. It was like a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And it was like a standard ranch, and they did all the upgrades, everything you could possibly imagine, and it went for like $600,000. And it was like on the corner of like a school zone. Like parents were literally turning in to go pick up the kids, and that corner that they're turning in was the house.
That's insane.
So $600,000 to be annoyed every single day as parents go to pick up their kids. Fantastic.
Fan-freaking-tastic. No way. That's insane.
Although it can be challenging to find affordable housing, there are still some good reasons for homeownership. First, homeowners get the benefit of having consistent housing bill each and every single month for the life of the mortgage. And the longer homebuyers stay in the house, the more money they're likely to save in compared to rising rents down the road.
Yeah, that's the truth. I mean, the average rent right now is increasing by 7% a year. So, like, your mortgage ain't really going anywhere. You're locked in. If you do a 30-year rate, you're locked in with that interest rate. It's not going to increase.
Yeah, and I think one of the biggest issues, too, is, like, a lot of people are like, well, I want the freedom to, get up and leave. And that's a legit reason not to buy a house. But I think it's an overblown one.
What are you talking about? Like, when you purchase a rent, you're locked in for a solid year. And a lot of them...
You can always break that. You can get away.
By paying the rest of the rent. The rest of the year's worth of rent. If you want to sell your home, you can literally do so not even a month later after you buy it. I've actually helped 2 of my previous clients do that. They literally bought a home, and within a year, within 6 months, they needed to sell, and they did.
Yeah, no, and I agree. Like I think honestly, it's an overblown situation. Like it's an excuse, but it's a valid one. Like if you have certain situations, but at the end of the day, if you buy a house, you don't want to live there anymore. You can either sell the property, you may lose something on it. Or you could just rent it out.
Yeah, that's true.
And you can have a property management company take care of it. Now you have an investment that's giving you money every month.
Yeah, and that's very true.
Even.
You could either break even when it comes to trying to resell, like especially that fast, or you may maybe grow a little money in your pocket. But other than that, if the economy or that area is not booming, like you're gonna walk away breaking even.
All right, stable housing payment with a fixed rate of mortgage can shelter you from inflation that renters have to pay. Something that's called a shelter cost inflation. Average rents have grown by 1% over the past 2 months, the fastest pace of growth in nearly 2 years, according to the data.
So there you go. It's a perfect example right there of just the rent increasing.
Just bam, growing. And so we'll continue on, but like over time, the increase adds up for renters. Today's home buyers also benefit from low mortgage rates, which can help keep those loan costs down. However, now all areas are better for buyers. In fact, it's cheaper to rent on a monthly basis than it is to buy a home in nearly 60% of the nation's major metro areas. There are a few markets out there where this is the opposite is true, which is Detroit, Cleveland, and Philadelphia, but these areas are the exception to the rule. Now, here's the thing.
Yeah, I got a bit more than that.
It may be the exception to the rule now, where 60% is a little bit cheaper than buying, but overall in the next 30 years, prices will increase when it comes to rent. So you buy something now, you're locked in for 30 years.
Yeah.
Or for however long that you have the mortgage. You rent every single year, regardless if you stay in the same place, it's always going to continue going up. Yeah. So the people who bought a house 30 years ago are paying a lot less than people who are paying rent today. And that's the benefit.
Significant amount. And it's like, if people talk about the crash and whatnot, if you still take the economic life of the nation since we started like tracking our economic, it's just always been a staggering uphill.
Yeah.
So in 30 years, it's still going to be significantly higher, and then the rental prices, like you said, are going to do the same thing all the way up.
Yeah.
So you might as well own something.
All right. So what do you guys think? Are we heading to a housing bust?
Nope.
Economic apocalypse?
Nope.
Or is everything going to be a-okay?
Everything's going to be okay. Promise you.
Go ahead and leave your comments and your thoughts down below in the comment section. We read them all and answer all your questions. And don't forget to click the button or the link in the description. If you're watching this on Facebook, there should be a button around in this area. Subscribe to the monthly newsletter so you can become a real estate rock star.